Alright, this is for Echo Side Set 2, mostly Misery and Jump Steady and Missy for sure. And probably Echo 2, Set 1, but I don't really give a fuck. This is my first fully recorded shit, and the first time y'all are gonna hear me actually rapping my own shit. It's really fucking shitty, but it's like almost 2 o'clock in the fucking morning, and I gotta go to school tomorrow, so suck my balls if you don't like it, because I don't really care. So this is my fucking, shit before, so you guys know what the fuck you're listening to, because I'm sure I'm not gonna tell you before I did. But seeing I have like a minute of this shit, which is kind of pointless, but actually I'm gonna make a minute just for the hell of it. So I'm gonna go, yeah. Don't mind the quality, and the shit's really gay, but let me know what you honestly think. Much calm love, love y'all. If I die, this is my song to y'all.
This is my note on suicide. This is my note on why I died. This is what I thought about every time I cried. This is why I like to hide. This is my note on suicide. This is my note on why I died. This is what I thought about every time I cried. This is why I like to hide. This is my note on suicide. This is my note on why I died. This is what I thought about every time I cried. This is why I like to hide. This is my note on suicide. This is my note on why I died. This is what I thought about every time I cried. This is why I like to hide.
Every single day I go through a struggle. Most people will never notice, they just think I'm trouble. I have a lot of problems that don't make sense. That's why when I'm alone, there's great suspense. I think of all the bad things that have happened. I think of all the bad things that are still going to heaven. I see the things in the past and some of the future. I feel the pain of others and wind up trying to shoot you. I don't mean to hate as much as I do, but I have voices in my head that change the way I think of you. The song is to show everyone how I think, to show everyone just how fucked up I am. My thoughts are not normal, and that's why people are complaining. But every time I see a person staring, I want to see their blood raining. I have too much in my mind telling me things that are bad. How the hell can people think this shit is not sad? Everyone thinks that I'm just putting on a show. Well, fuck all of you, that's why I'm almost dead, yo. I can't take the voices driving me insane. I can't take the voices causing my girlfriend pain. Everyone takes my actions as only mine, but in truth it's the demons that are taking control. They bug me so much that I do as I am told. I wish I could help my ninja trying to fight them, but even if I could, I knew I wouldn't be able to beat them. My ninja violent J is the only thing keeping me from possession. I still can't believe that you all don't believe in my carnival blessing.
This is my note on suicide. This is my note on why I died. This is what I thought about every time I cried. This is why I like to hide. This is my note on suicide. This is my note on why I died. This is what I thought about every time I cried. This is why I like to hide. This is my note on suicide. This is my note on why I died. This is what I thought about every time I cried. This is why I like to hide. This is my note on suicide. This is my note on why I died. This is what I thought about every time I cried. This is why I like to hide.
Back when I was probably only 8, it was my brother's birthday and such a special day. I wanted to get my big brother just a little something, but I had no money, so I made it from close to nothing. It was back in the day when hogs were the shit. I made him a container and a 50-piece to hit. I colored it all nice, and I believe I even wrapped it. The day I gave it to him, I looked at it and grasped it. It was the very best I could do at the time, so when I gave it to him, he liked it, but then later on I was crying. You see, me and him had got in a fight. It wasn't for a while, but it made me cry that night. The holder that I gave him was taken in his hand. He broke it over the garbage can, and that's when my tears ran. I had my heart in that tube, and he broke it like nothing. I can't believe the pain that was caused by a little object. It was just a piece of shit. Why did I think he would want it? Another time I think of is the morning of the 4th. It was December of 1998. I think I'll always remember that date. My best friend for the past 3 years, well, he had cancer on his mouth, and every time he ate, it would bring him tears. He held on for quite some time, but then we decided that it was best for him to be dying. So as I'm crying and watching my parents take him to the vet, I say my goodbyes right before he jets. His name was Buster, and he was a year older than me. He stayed by my side even when Ben abandoned me. He was the shit and meant a lot to me and my bro, but I knew that it was just time for him to go. We watched them leave and gave each other a hug. He swore really loud as I went and sat on the rug. My last memory of him was sitting on the stairs. He looked up at me as if he had no cares. He didn't know he was gonna die, but I think he saw that kind of look in my eye. I went and gave him a real quick hug, and there they went. They took away my love.
This is my note on suicide. This is my note on why I died. This is what I thought about every time I cried. This is why I like to hide. This is my note on suicide. This is my note on why I died. This is what I thought about every time I cried. This is why I like to hide. This is my note on suicide. This is my note on why I died. This is what I thought about every time I cried. This is why I like to hide. This is my note on suicide. This is my note on why I died. This is what I thought about every time I cried. This is why I like to hide.
Now I stayed home from school the day my doggy died. The kids made fun of me, so I'd always have to hide. I couldn't show my emotions around the other kids. It was around 5th grade and I needed to be expressive. But seeing I couldn't, I should be a manic depressive. But I'm not even lucky enough to have that. That's why I'd rather be hit with a baseball bat. Instead of depression, I got something much worse. This schizophrenia is gonna end me up in a hearse. All the teasing and name calling ever since I was a kid. I dressed up all nice for one of the programs we did. So did another girl that was in my class. All the other kids pointed and had a good laugh. They said we were getting married and had fun teasing. If I find out who it was, I promise they won't be breathing. Another horrible time was when I was in church. My brother was next to me and I sang my best. I thought I could sing and be like the rest. My brother leaned over and changed my life. He made fun of my voice for saying I sounded like a girl. Now I won't sing, well, at least not for the world. All this shit for my dog and my brother and his little birthday gift, and the kids making fun of me and my clothes looking so swift, to them making fun of me staying home, to my brother making me only sing when I'm alone. All this built me into a secret life. I had my friends but had to make some up for real entertainment. I had fake enemies and I was the hero. This wasn't so unnatural for kids my age, but it grew and forced me to do shit. I made deals with these mental voices in my head. They pressed me to do shit like pour water over my homie's head. And shit is much worse, and I'm trying to control them. I have more than before, but I also have a homie inside me too. He can't get rid of them too easily, but he can definitely keep them back so they aren't killing me. Thank you, Jay. You're the truest of my homies. Don't worry about the shit you cause, man. I promise you won't own me.
This is my note on suicide. This is my note on why I died. This is what I thought about every time I cried. This is why I like to hide. This is my note on suicide. This is my note on why I died. This is what I thought about every time I cried. This is why I like to hide. This is my note on suicide. This is my note on why I died. This is what I thought about every time I cried. This is why I like to hide. This is my note on suicide. This is my note on why I died. This is what I thought about every time I cried. This is why I like to hide.
Jay is the shit and he'll always be there for me. When I'm down and out, instead of killing myself, he makes me go and jump off a tree. Now that seems really stupid and a really bad idea to all of you, but you guys have to realize he isn't the normal split just passing through. He has the power of my juggler religion and sees what's best for me. So shit he does for me that seems really bad, but wait for the future and you'll see why he had. I had a girly friend and it lasted really long. It was about 2 years and my mind was really gone. Then one day that summer I figured out I have a split personality and I'd let him out. We were talking about how she frustrates me and how it did to him too, because he just wants the best for me. So when I let him out the few times that it did, she got the real shit with his wording and I just sat there and hid. She knew it was Jay, but she just couldn't take the difference. So shit got worse and I didn't understand. I loved her so much I'd rather die than have her even hurt her hand. So I tried to see why Jay did this to me. He put her through shit and it killed us both mentally. Eventually at a year and about 6 months, we had to break up. I thought it was it. I had given up on relationships and given up on life. giving up on the world because shit just wasn't right. Well, she kept me alive for a couple months later. Then I saw why Jay did it, because I found a girl that was so much greater. Her name was Rachel, and as I talked to her on the net, I grew to like her, and then we met. We went out and chilled with her and a friend. We walked around Target and the mall and took a kiddie ride for a spin. Well, while we did that, I had swore at some little kids. We got kicked off the ride, and then the kids' parents started shit. So she came and bitched at me and called the cops. Thank religion that my brother came and got me down the block. So the second time I ever met my true love, she ended up talking to her pig just because of my fun. I feel kind of bad because the first time we met was when I was still with my other girl, and I'm willing to bet that all I ever talked about was her and religion. The really shitty part is I don't remember her. I remember the shit we said, but nothing of her figure. The third day we had been together, I told her on the net I loved her and it would never sever.
This is my note on suicide. This is my note on why I died. This is what I thought about every time I cried. This is why I like to hide. This is my note on suicide. This is my note on why I died. This is what I thought about every time I cried. This is why I like to hide. This is my note on suicide. This is my note on why I died. This is what I thought about every time I cried. This is why I like to hide. This is my note on suicide. This is my note on why I died. This is what I thought about every time I cried. This is why I like to hide.
Shit got really tough with me and Rachel. Jay loves her too and loved to be with her. Well, one day at the bowling alley, shit went to hell. My ninjas were there and we had quite a spell. Roxy took pictures even after I told her to stop, so I let Jay come out, headbutt her, and steal that shit. We took the camera and we had to split. We went to the bathroom and got the film. We went back and ripped it and threw it on the ground. She got more film and took more pictures. I kicked her ass and that's when it happened. Rachel got pissed because I hurt her friend. She went in the bathroom and she started crying. She loves her friends and can't stand to see them hurt. So when she saw it, she had a mental spurt. She saw what Jay could do and how he can take over. So that night she made me make a choice that makes me need a 4-leaf clover. I had to get rid of her or my best friend Jay. So he told me he would leave so I could stay. That shit was the hardest choice of my life. He meant a lot to me, just like my other homies did. Hold up, yeah, let's take a time out. My other homie Chris was just like a brother, but his life was shit, so he had to hurt everyone that loved him, even his mother. What he did, I can understand. That's why I'm writing this song. It's just suicide, man. Alright, time in and back to the story. I got rid of Jay and the demons grew with power. It felt like me and Rachel's steps got much taller. I can't reach the stair and I'm trying so hard. My only motivation is the fucking reward. If I make it to the next step and make shit work, then Rachel is happy and that's all I really need. We have our bumps and sometimes we fall off our steed. I'm sorry I broke up with you, but it's like a seed. You drop it for a while and you let it grow. Bad shit happens, but good will also. I got Jay back and it's helping my mental state. We can work shit out, I know it can happen. My dreams include you and don't worry, it's not rapping. I know this song sucks and I can't write a rhyme, but this suicide song should be a crime. So there you have it, people, you have my life. From me when I was a little kid to me asking my girl back. I have a lot of problems and I still want to die. We all are going to, but until we do, we should fly high.
This is my note on suicide. This is my note on why I died. This is what I thought about every time I cried. This is why I like to hide. This is my note on suicide. This is my note on why I died. This is what I thought about every time I cried. This is why I like to hide. This is my note on suicide. This is my note on why I died. This is what I thought about every time I cried. This is why I like to hide. This is my note on suicide. This is my note on why I died. This is what I thought about every time I cried. This is why I like to hide.
Alright, now the outro. Well, it's gonna be short as hell. I just wanted to say that I wrote this when I did ask Rachel out again. Misery shit's different now. I mean, this isn't supposed to offend you or anything. This is just telling my whole fucking life. Missy, I hope this doesn't offend you either or anything. This isn't to offend anyone, it's just to explain shit. I love ya. I hope you fucking liked it. Have fun with it. Peace. Alright, this is for,